celebrating different aspects of our school system and our greater community. The celebration for May is an exciting one because we are here to recognize several special occasions, including Teacher Appreciation. Come on, can we give it up for our teachers and all our educators in the building? As well as Asian Pacific American Month, Haitian American Month, Portuguese and Cuban heritage. So let's give it up for our diversity of our school district. Before we get into the program, I want to extend our gratitude to Dr. Albert Einstein School Number 29 for their efforts in hosting tonight's event. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you, School 29 team, for providing us with such a beautiful backdrop for this evening's performances. You all did a wonderful job, and again, we appreciate you and we celebrate you today. We have many great educators to recognize tonight, so it's going to be a long evening, so buckle up. We're going to have a good time. But before we do that, we're going to open up the evening with some of our performances highlighting several heritages. But before I do that, I am pleased to introduce our very first performance for the evening, which is in honor of Asian American Pacific Month. Let's welcome our students from Dr. Orlando Ordrea, School Number 26 and 31, and Principal Howard Teitelbaum, who will introduce their performance this evening. Let's give them a big round of applause. He's not up yet. You got to keep clapping for him.
Thank you, Mr. Neuron. We're going to have our third grade students perform a dance from one of the indigenous tribes from the island of Taiwan, or Formosa, which is now the country of Taiwan. It's being led by Miss Danitz, and it's a harvest festival dance, and it's a third grade class that's going to perform. Thank you.
They're going to go around. Yes, we're going to meet board members. No, Mr. Leon.
Let's give them another round of applause. Can we have our board members come up front so we can take pictures with the students real quick?
They went on a long journey right
Yeah, they did.
now. Yes.
They took an unexpected detour, so the commercial break. We'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. IT, you got like mood music or something? Oh, they found their way back. All right.
Thank you to Dr. Orlando Edreira Academy, School number 26, for your excellent dance performance. Next, we have the students from Elmora, School number 12, who will be performing Guantanamera and El Cubanchera in recognition of Cuban Flag Day. I welcome Principal Melissa Kulik to come forward and share with us a little bit about the performances. Well, Mrs. Kulik has just shared with us that her students will be coming up to describe the performance this evening. Wonderful.
Good evening and congratulations to all our teachers of the year. I'd like to thank you for inviting Elmora School number 12 to present today. In honor of Cuban Flag Day, my sister and I will be singing a Cuban patriotic song, Guantanamera. Our kindergarten students will be performing El Cumbanchero, a popular Latin American song. Enjoy. Guantanamera, Guajira Guantanamera, de mi Cuba soberana. Recuerdo aquel murmurillo del río junto al bohío, que era una estampa cubana. Guantanamera, Guajira Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira Guantanamera. La libertad fue un trofeo
que nos conquista el mambín con el verbo de Martí y el machete de Maceo. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. Yo soy un hombre sincero, de donde crece la palma, y antes de morir me quiero cantar mis versos del arma. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. Como en enero, para el amigo sincero que me da su mano franca. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera.
A cumba, 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 cumbanchero. A bongo, 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 bongo cero. Priquiti que va sonando el cumbanchero. Bongo cero que se va. Bongo cero que se va. A cumba, 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 cumbanchero. A bongo, 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 bongo cero. Priquiti que va sonando el cumbanchero. Bongo cero que se va. Bongo cero que se va. Y suena así el tambor. Priquiti pip. Y vuelve a repicar, priquiti pip. A cumba, 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 cumbanchero. A bongo, 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 bongo cero. Priquiti que va sonando el cumbanchero. Bongo cero que se va. Bongo cero que se va. Suena así el tambor, priquitipap. Y vuelve a repicar, priquitipap. A cumba, 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 cumbanchero. A bongo, 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 bongo cero. Priquiti que va sonando el cumbanchero. Bongo cero que se va. Bongo cero que se va. Cumba, 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 cumbanchero. A bongo, 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 bongo cero.
Keep clapping for them. Let's have them up front as we take a picture with the board. Hopefully they don't go on a journey. Come on down. Okay.
Let's keep giving our students from school number 12 a round of applause as they get out of our room here. Thank you, Elmora School number 12, for your terrific performance. For our next performance of the night, we would like to welcome the students of Terrence C. Riley School number 7 and their principal, Ms. Jenny Reguino, who we invite to come forward and say a few words about their performance, Portuguese Party Festa. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Terrence C. Riley School number 7 proudly presents a vibrant celebration of Portuguese culture through music and dance. Our performances tonight feature a lively mashup of traditional and modern dance that you might see at a Portuguese festa. Each of these dances capture the heart, soul, and joy of Portuguese celebration. We hope you enjoy this cultural journey as the feeling of festival and Portugal comes alive.
bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Ai, bate o pé, faça assim como eu. Ai, bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Foi assim que meu amo me prendeu. Ai, bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Ai, bate o pé, faça assim como eu. Ai, bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Foi assim que meu amo me prendeu. Fui à festa de Vinhais, o baile estava apagado. Meti-me junto aos casais para mostrar o meu bailado. E o povo foi se juntando e perguntando o que é. E a todos eu fui mostrando a minha dança do bate-o.
If you guys could come on down right on the side right there and come around and take a picture with us. Let's give another big round of applause. Thank you again to Terrence C. Riley, School Number 7. Let's give them another big round of applause for your exceptional performance. Last but not least, for our final performance for the evening, let's welcome the last group to perform, the students of Toussaint Louverture Marquis de Lafayette, School Number 6. Oh, they brought fans. As well as Principal James Mondesir, who will describe his school's performance for this evening, The Heartbeat of Haiti.
Hello, everyone. Bonsoir. It is my pleasure to introduce our school number for tonight's festivities. Our students and staff are about to bring you the vibrant spirit of Haiti through a performance called Carnival. Carnival is more than just a show. It's a celebration of the country's rich history, legacy of freedom, and enduring cultural strength. In honor of Haitian Cultural Month, we felt that Carnival was not just appropriate, but essential. This performance is a tribute to the Haitian American community in Elizabeth and the joy and vitality at the core of the culture. Lively music, high energy dancing, and smiles await you. This is definitely not your typical snooze fest and library hour. May you enjoy every moment and let the rhythm sweep you away.
Carnaval bateau point c'était toujours papa. Les copains y a toujours metté moun sous papa. Le passé nos racines c'est pour pas de goumen. Chaque fois qu'à goumen toujours pas pour bonnet. Le tapton boss normal pour yo des cas bien mené. Les films pas si rivé li fait tout le monde qui frère pull on.
Tell you have to follow it. Pull on. Key you have to follow it. Pull on. Music you have to follow it. Pull on. Best you have to follow it. Man, you have to follow it. As if to be even view. 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 As if to be even follow away. The canal you have to follow away. La call you have to follow away. As if to be didn't do. C'est vrai. Moi tu. Tout bon.
Let's give it up for them one more time. When I say sac passe, sac passe. All right, so I got to teach the crowd. So when I say sac passe, you say not boule, right? Sac passe. There you go. That's what we say in Haiti. Happy Haitian Heritage Month. Thank you to school number 6. Give them a big round of applause. And let's bring up the board members to take a picture with the students and our first elected Haitian elected official, Charlene Baffles. Let's give her a big round of applause here in the city of Elizabeth, our former president. All right, you can clap again for them. Give it up again for them one more time. Thank you, School 6. And as you may be aware, there are different months throughout the year that our board members sponsor different initiatives that highlight and support the learning experiences of our students and staff here at the Elizabeth Public Schools. For the month of May, we have our board member, the esteemed Stephanie Concalves Pestana, who has been sponsoring Teacher Appreciation Month, and that is her initiative for this month. Let's give her a big round of applause. I know you've seen her throughout this district. She's done an amazing job. Please show her a big welcome, Commissioner Pestana. Oh.
Whoever has a Toyota parked out in the driveway here, license plate J38UZB, please come out and move it so your car doesn't get hit by a bus.
That was another commercial break paid for our sponsors. So back to the regularly scheduled program. Please welcome the wonderful Commissioner Pestana.
I promise you that was not Stephanie Gonçalves Pestana. Good evening. I am Stephanie Gonçalves Pestana, and I am honored to serve the Elizabeth community as a member of the Elizabeth Board of Education. After being on the Board of Education for about 9.5 years now, I've really been able to see all the sides of how our schools work, from classroom instruction to how everything runs behind the scenes. Being a parent with a daughter in the Elizabeth Public Schools preschool program has also given me an awesome peek into the education process from a family's point of view, which is very helpful. From where I sit, both as a board member and as a parent, our teachers are the heart and the soul of what makes our school district successful. They are the ones, that's right. They are the ones sparking that hope in our students, helping them dream big, and giving them the skills and knowledge that they need to succeed in college, in their careers, and in just life in general. Their constant dedication is really what's shaping a great future for everyone. I'm always happy to get behind anything that shows our teachers how much we appreciate them. It's been so rewarding to visit our schools and just say a big thank you for everything that they do for our students and their families. Whether it's Teacher Appreciation Day, Teacher Appreciation Week, or just any day, we need to keep shouting out to how much we value our teachers and all the amazing work that they do, inside and outside the classroom, to help our students reach their full potential. So, To all of the amazing teachers in the Elizabeth Public Schools, a huge thank you for your incredible effort in helping our students and our whole learning community thrive. What you do makes such a difference for the future of Elizabeth, and I'm really looking forward to celebrating all of your continued success. Thank you. And at this moment, we're going to have our fabulous IT department preview a little sneak peek of what we just did throughout the month of May. Thank you.
Something has changed within me.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Gonzalez Pestana, and I am honored to serve the Elizabeth community as a board member of the Elizabeth Board of Education. As a board, under the leadership of President Stanley J. Neron, we are excited to launch a number of initiatives during 2025 that will enhance learning for all students of the Elizabeth Public Schools. I am pleased to sponsor initiatives that recognize and appreciate our teachers. It has been a rewarding experience to visit our schools and share my sincere gratitude for their unwavering commitment to our students and their families. To the dedicated educators of the Elizabeth Public Schools, I extend my sincere appreciation for your timeless efforts in fostering the success of our students and our learning communities. Your exceptional work contributes significantly to the bright future of Elizabeth. I look forward to celebrating your continued achievements in the years to come. Thank you for all that you do for our students, their families, and the entire Elizabeth community.
Let's give Commissioner Pestana another big round of applause. Thank you for all your work and commitment to our teachers this month. Again, Stephanie was everywhere, meeting and greeting with teachers at breakfasts, dinners, recognitions. So we appreciate all your efforts. Thank you for all your hard work. I just want to recognize our board members who are here with us today. Let's give them a big round of applause. We have Vice President Maria Carvalho, Commissioner Barbosa, Commissioner Charlene Bathlis, and Commissioner Jerry Jacobs. Thank you for joining us this evening. For our recognition portion this evening, we want to begin by honoring a very special group of individuals, the Elizabeth Public School honorees of the Governor's Educator of the Year program. Thank you once again to all of our educators. We appreciate each and every one of you for the great work that you do each and every day with our students and our community. Let's give them all a big round of applause. And now let's introduce the Governor's Awards Educator and Educational Services Professional of the Year from each of our districts. Please welcome our Superintendent, Dr. Olga Hugelmeyer.
Good evening and congratulations to all of the honorees. We would like to begin with George Washington Academy, School Number 1. And it is my honor to introduce Sarah Riga, who's our 6th and 7th grade English teacher. We should be having there we go, fantastic. And I'd like to be able to share a little bit about Sarah. When I first moved to America at 9 years old, I felt like an outsider, navigating a world where no one looked or sounded like me. I struggled with a sense of belonging and wrestled with my cultural identity. During that challenging time, 2 key figures shaped my path: my 5th grade teacher, Mr. Guidera, and my mother. Mr. Guidera's kindness and patience left an indelible mark on me. He saw beyond my quiet demeanor and encouraged me to find my voice, showing me that my differences weren't barriers, but bridges to understanding and growth. At the same time, my mother's journey as an immigrant pursuing education inspired me deeply. Despite having a degree in her home country that wasn't recognized here, she persevered, returned to school, and became a teacher. For me, it's a calling rooted in my experiences, and teaching is not merely a profession. Growing up in Nigeria, where education is both a privilege and a necessity, I saw how transformative it could be. Congratulations. And next, I would like to call Dr. Stephen Orozco, our school psychologist. Growing up, my father frequently told stories about the challenges he faced growing up in a war-torn country and then emigrating to the United States. These were the stories I heard as a child, stories about persevering through unimaginable challenges, stories that have impacted the way I view the world, stories that have sparked my curiosity to gain a deeper understanding of what makes people who they are, and stories that have laid the foundation for my career and research interests. Congratulations. We'd like to take a moment and have you please stand in the front, and we're going to ask Mr. Black to please join us. Our board members, please. It's on their tables. On their tables, yes. May I ask Dr. Educator to please join us, our Assistant Superintendent for School Number 1? Congratulations. We move on to Winfield Scott, School Number 2. And I'd like to introduce Sean Ryan Johnson, our 8th grade teacher. The factor that influenced me to become a teacher was my own 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. Coyle. She made learning fun and interactive. I strive each day to be a teacher like her. I believe in making learning fun and interactive. And this is a few of the thoughts that Mr. Johnson had shared. Next, we have Sabrina Marquez, our speech and language specialist. My journey towards becoming a speech and language pathologist was shaped by a deep interest in language development and bilingualism. During my undergraduate studies, I worked as a research assistant in a child developmental research laboratory and became fascinated by language acquisition and the role it plays in a child's overall development. I've always loved working with students and wanted to pursue a profession that encourages creative problem solving, play, and research-based interventions. Congratulations. Please. I'd like to invite Mrs. Shantae Rory and Mrs. Finch Johnson, our Assistant Superintendent for School Number 2. Congratulations to Winfield Scott School Number 2. We now move to Nicholas LaCourte, Peterstown School Number 3, near and dear to my heart. Megan Carroll, music teacher. I believe music is a great influencer and plays a valuable role in our lives. Music education is the path to connecting one's inner expression and awareness of our basic need to create as humans. Being able to assist students in developing their sense of how they interact with the world through music is the biggest blessing of my job and why I chose the profession as a music educator. And next, I'd like to introduce Jennifer Montes de Oca, our speech and language specialist. And Jennifer shared that she's always been captivated by how words shape our world and connect us unexpectedly. That fascination led me to become a speech and language pathologist, where I have the privilege of helping people unlock the power of their voices. Beautiful, please. I'd like to ask Ms. Jennifer Campbell, our principal, to join, and Mrs. Finch Johnson, please join. Congratulations once again to School Number 3. And now we introduce Joseph Batten, School Number 4, Patricia Salvato, our autism teacher. The decision to become a teacher came from a combination of personal experiences, a passion for helping others, and a deep belief in the power of education. Throughout my path to becoming a teacher, I had the pleasure of reflecting on experiences with my previous educators, including elementary and high school teachers and university professors who were influential in my process of becoming a teacher. My family, friends, colleagues, patients, and the children in my life were also influencer. Knowing that I could play a role in making a difference in the lives of young people was another big motivator that led me to this profession. Congratulations. And next, we'd like to introduce Glennis Dumois, our personal assistant from school number 4. Choosing to become a personal assistant at the Elizabeth Public Schools, the same district from which I graduated, was influenced by my deep connection to the community and my desire to give back to the school system that played a significant role in my education. Having a firsthand experience as a student in the district, I understand the challenges and opportunities within the school environment, which motivates me to contribute meaningfully to its success. Congratulations. Please. I'd like to ask Ms. Jerica Fernandez to please join us, our principal of school number 4. Mrs. Finch Johnson, I hope you're close by. Congratulations once again to school number 4. And next we have Mabel G. Holmes, school number 5, Blair Wagner, 3rd grade teacher. Like many professionals in the field of education, there were a few teachers that inspired me to become an educator. Teachers who were captivating, hands-on, personable, and engaging. Teachers who were able to see their students as a whole child. It was after they opened my eyes to an entirely different approach to learning that I knew what once was an early childhood aspiration had become something worth dedicating my life to. And next, I'd like to introduce JC Rihanna Sanchez, our learning disabilities teacher consultant. Attending school in the Elizabeth Public School System from 3rd grade through high school, I had a wonderful educational experience, having had amazing teachers and mentors that saw my potential and encouraged my growth. My own father, Charlie Beam, was a child study team social worker in Elizabeth Public Schools. I saw the difference he made in the lives of students and families he worked with and knew that I wanted to give back to the community in a similar manner. Congratulations. Please join us. Mr. Petit, our principal. Congratulations to school number 5. And next we have Toussaint Louverture, Marquise de Lafayette, school number 6. And we have Jacqueline Patron, our 2nd grade teacher. It's a great fan base there. From when I was a child, I wanted to be a teacher. I am proud of the fact that I was one of the first summer volunteer participants in Project Head Start. President Johnson championed Head Start to help underprivileged children with the inequality in social and economic conditions. From a very young age, I knew that I wanted to be a part of something important. There were teachers that I had that made a lasting impression on me, as well as teachers that made my own children very fortunate enough to have had. Teachers that could motivate and make lessons come alive. Teachers who were kind. Teachers who dedicated their lives to making sure that their students got the very best that they could. That's what I wanted to do, to teach children to excel, to love learning. Mirlande Dahl, our child's developmental associate. I've always had a deep passion for working with children. During my time volunteering at a local daycare, working at summer camp, working as a substitute teacher, I saw firsthand how impactful early childhood education can be in shaping a child's future. The desire to contribute to their growth and development really inspired me to pursue a career as a child development associate. I enjoy fostering positive creativity and have a love for working with children. Congratulations. Please step to the front. We're going to ask Mr. Mondesir to please join us. Mrs. Finch Johnson. Congratulations once again to school number 6. And next we have Terrence Riley, school number 7. Kylie Ann Brennan, 3rd grade teacher. There were many factors that influenced me to become a teacher. However, my parents had a significant influence on my career path. My mother was a nurse, and my father was a police officer, so growing up, I was surrounded by their dedication to helping others and serving the community. Their careers instilled in me a deep sense of responsibility and a desire to make a positive impact, which ultimately shaped my own professional choices. In addition, growing up, people close to me experienced bullying, and seeing the emotional and mental toll it took on them had a profound impact on me. It sparked a desire to advocate for others and work towards creating a more supportive, inclusive environment. And next, Evie De Jesus, our personal assistant. One of the leading factors that influenced my decision to work with children with special needs was my own struggle with dyslexia. My 2nd grade teacher was the first one to take notice. This teacher worked closely with my parents to assist in finding the right professionals to help me. She allowed me to gain confidence as I worked on my reading. Her inspiration helped me to learn strategies appropriately differentiate to meet my students' needs. She taught me to always help my students strive towards their goals and to let them shine. Congratulations. Please come to the front of the room. And I'm going to ask Ms. Jenny Reguino, our principal, to join us, and Dr. Jennifer Cedeno, our assistant superintendent. Congratulations again to school number 7. And next, iPrep Academy, school number 8. Colleen Orlando, 4th grade teacher. From my first experience in school as a kindergartner, people would always ask, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And I always answered, "A teacher." There was never any other thought in my mind, and thanks to that, I have always had a laser-like focus to become a teacher. While I always had a natural-born tendency to become a teacher, I also believe that teachers I encountered throughout my schooling helped continue to influence me on my path of education. And next we have Denise Onaki, our social worker. I've always felt a strong sense of empathy and compassion for others, coupled with a deep concern for their welfare and a natural desire to help. These qualities drew me to the field of social work. I was also attracted to the collaborative nature of school social work, where professionals work alongside healthcare providers, educators, and community leaders in a supportive, multidisciplinary environment. Congratulations. Please. Mr. Rudenberg, principal. Okay. Thank you. Mr. Cortez? Congratulations again to school number 8, and we now move on to Jerome Dunn Academy, school number 9. Dr. Yashima Latifa Thomas Jones, our learning language disabilities teacher. My passion for assisting people and helping them navigate life's challenges led me to study psychology in college. After graduating from college, my first job was with the state as a social service worker at the county correctional facility. There was one client whose records indicated he spent much of his adolescence in juvenile facilities. After a few months, his pending trial was resolved with a plea and severe sentence was reduced. He was scheduled to leave this facility to serve his sentence in prison. I spoke with him on a Friday to confirm his GED participation in the new location. However, on my weekends off, I received a call at home that he had ended his life, unfortunately. This experience inspired me to divert any child from landing in adult confinement. Therefore, I transferred to the Child Services Division and enrolled in an alternate route program to become a public school teacher. I was drawn to special education and convinced that compassionate, dedicated, prepared, and skilled educators were needed. One of my greatest pleasures over the last 21 years has been serving as a special education teacher in public schools. I experienced success in helping struggling learners and providing instructional intervention. Maria Caputo, classroom assistant, kindergarten. Several factors influenced me to become a classroom assistant. I have a love for learning and teaching others that I want to instill in my students. My role allows me to work with small groups and help students grasp new concepts. I have a desire to support students and find personal fulfillment in helping them grow personally and academically, achieve their goals, and overcome their challenges. By helping teachers, I help create a more effective and efficient classroom environment. The ability to connect with students and help them feel comfortable in their environment allows me to make a positive impact on the lives of students while having the opportunity to gain my own experience and growth. Congratulations. I would like to ask Ms. Cristina Villegas, our principal of school number 9, Dr. Jennifer Cedeno, Congratulations, school number 9. We now have Elmora, school number 12. Crystal Paula Rodriguez, 3rd grade teacher. I ask that you please keep Crystal in your thoughts and your prayers. Her mother was supposed to accompany her this evening, as Mrs. Kulik shared with me. And unfortunately, Crystal's mother passed away this morning, suddenly. So we ask that you please keep her in your prayers. I would like to be able to read an excerpt written by Crystal. My decision to become an educator was influenced by my past experiences and a desire to make a difference in young lives. Like most children that live in an urban area, I faced many challenges from living in an overcrowded home to moving frequently from place to place because my grandparents could not afford to provide for myself, my siblings, and their children. Although my childhood seemed tough, there were amazing people that helped along the way. I went to several elementary schools, and one thing they all had in common was an educator willing to help. Many noticed we were in a tough situation. When I needed love, many teachers were there to give me a hug and provide comfort. When I struggled in class, many teachers dedicated their own time to make sure I succeeded. I remember each of their names because of the profound impact they had on my life. Their love and dedication made me want to become the teacher. the teacher that challenges you academically, the teacher that empowers students, and the teacher that is there to talk to and empower others to show up as their best self. And that is Crystal. So we ask that you keep her in your prayers. Christina Padula, our school counselor from School 12. After being an educator for over 10 years, I decided to become a school counselor in order to help a greater population within the school community. As an educator, I saw what an impact outside issues could have on a child's academic success. I realized that in order for a child to succeed academically, his social and emotional well-being all played a huge part. I have a deep desire to help students navigate challenges, whether they're academic, social, or emotional. Being a school counselor allows me to ensure that every student receives the emotional and academic support he or she needs in order to succeed in all aspects of life. Congratulations. Mrs. Kulik, our principal of School 12, and Mr. Cortez. Congratulations again to school number 12. Benjamin Franklin, school number 13. Carrie Saltarelli, kindergarten teacher. I've always loved school. Learning to read was an easy task for me and something I enjoyed. I was the child who begged to go to school even when I was sick. Learning, literacy, dancing, and theater have always been my passions. I also love spending time with my mother in the special education class where she was a paraprofessional. I loved helping the students and was even able to join them at Special Olympics events. I wanted to incorporate my love of working with children with the love of performing. It was serendipitous when I discovered that the Elizabeth Public Schools, where I attended elementary school, had an alternate route program that I was eligible for. I love that I ended up becoming a kindergarten teacher. My students and I laugh, play, sing, dance, and learn together all day long. Next, I'd like to introduce Doris Arredondo, our classroom assistant in kindergarten. From childhood, I interacted with children by teaching, singing, and playing. As I grew up, I worked with my neighborhood to form groups for kids to demonstrate their talents and creativity. This experience influenced my decision to become a professional working with children. Congratulations. Please. You can step to the front of the room. I'd like to invite Ms. Alina Stewart, our principal of school number 13, and Dr. Jennifer Cedeno, our assistant superintendent. Congratulations again to school number 13. And we now move on to Abraham Lincoln School number 14. And we begin with Beverly K. Patterson, our learning language disabilities teacher. My desire to become a teacher was deeply influenced by a profound experience I had as a 14-year-old summer camp counselor. During that time, I worked with both children and adults who faced special challenges, and it was there that I first discovered my passion for helping others. Every summer I spent as a counselor, I grew in ways that helped me realize my calling to become a teacher. The experience allowed me to develop new ideas and build skills that would later guide me towards earning my degrees and pursuing a career in education. The love and passion I felt for guiding students towards new heights of learning became the foundation for my desire to teach. Congratulations. And next, I'd like to introduce Marcia Esteves, our classroom assistant in kindergarten. Marcia states that her love for education and teaching has given her a strong passion for her profession. She states, since I was a child, I've had a devotion to teaching. As an elementary school student, I gathered children from my neighborhood who needed help and taught them what I had learned. I honestly feel like I have always been an educator at heart. I'm deeply committed to having a positive and inspiring impact on children's lives. Congratulations. I'd like to ask Ms. Race, our principal, Diane Race, our principal of school number 14, to join us. And Mr. Cortez, our assistant superintendent. Congratulations again, school number 14. And now, Christopher Columbus, school number 15. And I'd like to introduce Anita Rabhavendra, our 6th through 8th grade science teacher. The decision to become a teacher was deeply influenced by my personal experiences as an immigrant and a parent. When I moved to the United States, I found myself navigating a new and unfamiliar educational system with my young children. As a parent, I wanted to understand how the American educational system operated in comparison to my own educational background. The experience of trying to comprehend a new system while ensuring my children receive the best possible education is ultimately what sparked my interest in education. I later decided to pursue education as my career with the hope of making a meaningful difference in the lives of students and families, particularly those who, like me, face challenges of adapting to a new culture and system. And next, Shaira Bustamante, social worker from School 15. As a young adult entering college, I recognized that my calling in life, one that I believe was placed upon me by God, was to support and advocate for society's most vulnerable individuals. During my Master of Social Work program, I gained invaluable experience working in substance abuse clinics. Upon graduation, I had the opportunity to serve adults transitioning from incarceration through the State Parole Board, helping them find hope and rebuild their sense of self-worth. Those years provided me with profound experiences and a deepened passion for guiding individuals towards positive life choices, ultimately helping to prevent future hardships. Today, I am grateful for the privilege of working with bright young minds, encouraging them to recognize their immense potential and empowering them to shape their future with confidence. Congratulations. Please. We'd like to invite our principal, Dr. Gina Donahue. We'd like to invite our vice principal, Ms. Lindsay Walker. And Mr. Cortez is ready. He's ready for his picture there. Congratulations again, school number 15, as we move on to Madison Monroe, school number 16. And we begin with Stephanie Lanzano, our resource teacher. Stephanie shared that teaching was always the path I desired to follow when I started picturing my future. I always wanted to pursue a profession that allowed me to make a difference in the lives of various individuals. I wanted to make learning creative, relatable, and attainable for all students. No matter what classroom I've walked into, it's my goal to make a unique positive rapport with each and every student. It's crucial to encourage a positive, comfortable, and welcoming environment where students can feel safe to learn to the best of their ability. And next, Shalonda Williams, our Child Development Associate. The fact factors that influenced Shalonda to choose her profession were shaped by a combination of personal experiences, a deep passion for education, a strong desire to make a meaningful impact on young individuals. She's always found joy in working with children, helping them discover their strengths and empowering them to shine in their unique ways. Shalonda states, "My mother has been my greatest supporter, instilling in me the importance of education and encouraging me to follow my passion." Shalonda has been with us for over 25 years. Congratulations to you both. Please come over to here. We'd like to invite our principal, Ms. Maria Gaeta, to join us. Congratulations, School 16. And now we move on to Robert Morris, School number 18. And we'd like to recognize Tanisha Ishmael, our first grade teacher. I've always been fascinated by people, how complex we are, what drives us, what motivates us, what inspires us. As a child, I've always wondered who and what I would become as an adult. I knew that whatever it would be something that involved children and community. Two things I'm most passionate about. I understood very early that the possibilities were endless. With hard work, diligence, and commitment, anything was possible. These are the values I learned from my parents, but they've also been instilled in me by many teachers throughout my years as a student. I was fortunate to have had teachers who impacted and influenced my life. My teachers and parents believe in me, and that is something I always carry with me and bring forth as an educator. And next, Maureen Labruto, our school nurse. Maureen shares that she had always wanted to be a nurse since she was very young, as her mother was one, and as Maureen states, I always admired her and wanted to be like her when I grew up. Stories of her work inspired me. I always wanted to work with newborns, and I was lucky enough to have a long career working with them, both sick and well. I was also interested in working with children in a school setting, so I returned to college and obtained my advanced degree in nursing and my school nurse certification. I grew up in Elizabeth, and I wanted to work where I was raised and give back to the community. This is my 10th year in school nursing, and I can honestly say that I really enjoy the challenges of working with children. Every day is different, and I've learned so much from my colleagues. Congratulations. Mr. Oscar Crespo, please join us, ladies. And Mr. Cortez. Congratulations, School 18. And we move on to Woodrow Wilson, School number 19. Britton Darrow, our music teacher. My journey towards becoming a music teacher began long before I ever stepped in a classroom of my own. Music has always been an integral part of my life, shaped not only by my personal interest, but also by the deep-rooted influence of my family. My grandfather, an accordion teacher, and my mother, a math teacher, both instilled in me the value of education, discipline, and the joy of helping others discover their potential. These early influences sparked my passion for teaching and led me to pursue a career where I could combine my love for music with the drive to make a positive impact on the lives of young people. And next, we'd like to introduce Merida Barquin, our bilingual classroom assistant.
She's not here.
Oh, so my apologies, and I did receive a note, and I apparently completely ignored it. So Merida Barquin could not be here this evening, but I would like to share a little bit about her background. The main factor that influenced me was the fact that I was going to work with and be surrounded by children. I've done everything in my power to make my students happy and confident. If age was not a factor, I would do it for another 25 years. Beautifully stated. Mr. Darrow, if you could take your place in the front of the stage. And we would like to invite, oh, thank you, Mr. Neron, you are the best. We'd like to invite our principal, Ms. Christine Casserly. Congratulations again, school number 19. And we now move to John Marshall, school number 20. We'd like to begin with Sandra Garcia Towns, our bilingual in-class support teacher. Who, oh, that was not on the note, folks. I just want you to know that. Ms. Towns? No, is not. Oh, thank you, Ms. Comas. I'll share a little bit about Ms. Towns. The biggest factor that influenced me to choose education as a profession is my mother, Rosa. For those who have been in the district for a very long time, Rosa Adreira Fidalgo, a proud retired team member of the Ellis Public Schools for over 30 years. My mother instilled in me a love of learning and a desire to help others achieve success. I remember sitting with her in her college classes as a child and being inspired by her dedication and commitment to constant growth. I knew that I wanted to follow the path that she had laid for me. And next, I'd like to introduce Kathy Santos, our social worker. I chose to pursue school social work because I'm deeply passionate about advocating for students' mental health and learning needs. Growing up, I witnessed a challenge many students face, particularly when it comes to emotional and social struggles. This sparked my desire to support young people in overcoming those barriers. As a school social worker, I have the opportunity to be a strong advocate for students, ensuring they receive the resources and support necessary for their success. Congratulations. Ms. Comas, our principal, and Mrs. Finch-Johnson. Congratulations to school number 20. And next, Victor Moravlak, school number 21, Rebecca Dietz, our second grade teacher. Rebecca states that the decision to pursue, how are you? The decision to pursue becoming an educator was never a question for me. I was a child who loved going to school, and I was lucky enough to have had countless amazing teachers along the way. My teachers inspired a love of reading in me, which I have no choice but to share with others. I find joy in inspiring others to discover the magic of books for both the knowledge that they hold and the joy that they bring. I've always enjoyed being around children and teachers, and I'm lucky to spend days surrounded by little people with endless curiosity, energy, and enthusiasm. And Natalie Edmond, our personal assistant from School 21. And Natalie states that there were several factors that influenced her to become a paraprofessional. My mother was a teacher in Haiti, and my father immigrated to this country from St. Lucia to pursue further education. My parents taught me to appreciate the value of education. I was raised to have compassion and care for those in my community. My mother was unable to teach when she immigrated to America because her credentials weren't recognized. Wanting to stay in the educational field, she became a paraprofessional for several years while attending college at night to requalify as a teacher. Congratulations. We'd like to ask Dr. Wansall, our principal of School 21, and Dr. Cedeno, our assistant soup. Congratulations to School 21. And we now move to William Halloran, School 22. And I would like to introduce Nicole Braxton, our Learning Language Disabilities teacher. And Nicole states that there were various factors that influenced her to become a teacher, such as the ability to be creative and plan engaging learning opportunities that make learning fun for students. In addition, she's always wanted to create a safe place for every student to feel welcome and safe to be themselves. The factor that stands out the most is that I've had many great teachers growing up and that had a profound impact on shaping the person and teacher that I have become. My high school math teacher, who provided emotional and academic support when dealing with a family member's passing, went above and beyond to provide a safe place for me to express and deal with my emotions while continuing to succeed. Simple words of encouragement, genuine care, kindness helped me through a difficult time. It showed me the power of human connection and the strong impact an educator can have on a child. Andrea Alcott, our Learning Disabilities teacher consultant. And Andrea states that she also had many factors that influenced her choice to pursue education. As a young child, I knew that my calling in education was innate, as I would line up my dolls and teach them how to write the alphabet and do simple addition problems. I would often ask my teachers for old textbooks to bring home and practice being the teacher. Throughout my elementary and secondary years, several educators and coaches left impacting memories and values that I've carried with me today. These individuals help shape the future for the students I now interact with daily, as I would remember their techniques, their words, their patience, providing an overall positive educational experience, which is what I had, is what I now strive for every student. Congratulations. We'd like to invite please come to the front of the room. We'd like to invite our principal, Ms. Lauren Garay, to join us. Our assistant superintendent, she's already there, fantastic. Okay. We now, congratulations once again to School 22, and we now move to Nicholas Murray Butler, School number 23. Mr. Alfred Aguilar, our music teacher, could not be here this evening, but I'd like to share with you a brief reference to his accomplishment. Alfred Aguilar has been a member of the Elizabeth Public Schools since the year 2000 and is currently a music teacher at school number 23. He inspires young children each and every day with his talent. And next, Chantel Hernandez, our school counselor. And Chantel shares that as much as she loved teaching, what she felt most passionate about during her years as an educator were the more nuanced moments that she got to spend with her students, listening to them, guiding them, navigating them through the other side of a conflict. I knew I had to follow my heart and orient myself into the best position to support students as much as possible. So I went back to school to become a school counselor. I genuinely feel called to do this work. Congratulations. Please come to the front of the stage. And we'd like to invite our principal, Ms. Berthenia Carolina. Sure, of course. Congratulations, School 23, and we move on to Sonia Sotomayor, School number 25. And we begin with Shayla Furpo, our first grade bilingual teacher. My interest in education began at a very young age. I always enjoyed helping people. I often played school with my siblings and cousins. I loved taking on the teacher role, writing on our little chalkboard. Remember chalkboards? Creating classwork and recess time. I was also inspired by my 7th grade teacher, Mrs. Gonzalez, who had a profound impact on me. She taught me that no star was too far out to reach, and that if I put my mind to something, I would achieve it. Mrs. Gonzalez encouraged me to be a leader, a person with strong morals, and someone who valued intelligence. I admire her dedication to bringing out the best in all her students, and it is because of her and others like her that I decided to become a teacher. And I'd like to also recognize Joanna Principato, our speech therapist. Joanna has been with us since 2021 and currently a speech therapist dedicated to the children at school number 25, impacting each and every student that she serves on a daily basis. Congratulations. Please, we'd like to ask Mrs. Christina Francisco, our principal, to join us. And Mrs. Finch Johnson. Congratulations, school number 25. And we move on to Dr. Orlando Edreda Academy, school number 26. And we begin with Lena Bayo, our research teacher. Fantastic, fantastic welcome, wonderful. Becoming a primary school teacher is something I always wanted to do. I've been greatly inspired by many great teachers who I've always looked up to and admired. Most importantly, it was by my love for working with children, enjoyment in teaching, and the desire to help children with special challenges that influenced me. However, my greatest inspiration to become a special education teacher was my son, Tristan. Although teaching all children is rewarding, I've learned from my son overcoming challenges and achieving goals that teaching those with special needs is most fulfilling. Congratulations. And we'd also like to recognize Dr. Amy Watkins, our school psychologist. And Amy shared that she grew up in a family that continually emphasized the value and importance of education. However, she was surprised by her mother's decision to return to the workforce as a teacher when she was in 5th grade. Amy states that prior to becoming a stay-at-home mom, she had worked with computers for AT&T. Not only did she completely change her career, but she also began working as a teacher at my school. While most other kids spent less time with their working mothers, I was able to spend more time with my mother. Amy states that she discovered the field of school psychology, and this allowed her to dedicate her career to these interests, enabling her to support students directly, but also holistically, along with her colleagues. Congratulations. Dr. Wonderful. Please, if you'd like to move to the front of the room, and Mr. Teitelbaum, please join us, our principal. Fantastic. Congratulations, School 26. And we move on to Dr. Antonia Pantoja, School number 27. And I'd like to introduce Evelyn Herrera Jerez, our 3rd grade bilingual teacher. Evelyn states that one of the reasons she wanted to become a teacher was because as a former English language learner, she faced various challenges. She states, growing up, I felt the language barrier with my parents, and to me, it seemed like language was a powerful tool. Therefore, one factor that influenced me to pursue a career in education was to help parents like my mom and dad and provide them with the proper tools and resources they needed to help children at home. I always wanted to be an advocate for English language learners and provide students who are like myself the opportunities and resources that are available to them. Evelyn states that her students are always enthusiastic to share their own culture, but also thrilled to learn about the American culture, and I enjoy being a part of their learning experience. Congratulations. And Dr. Janine Carlucci, our speech and language specialist. Janine states that as a speech and language specialist, her primary goal has been to improve our students' ability to communicate in the classroom and in life. Reflecting on my journey, speech-language pathology was a second career for me, which guided me to become a lifelong learner. My first career was raising my two daughters, where I experienced firsthand how language development affected their unique educational process. As I began taking classes, my daughters began preschool and kindergarten. While they advanced through the grades, I did as well. 7 years later, I graduated with a bachelor's in hearing and speech sciences and a master in speech-language pathology. Congratulations. Please move to the front of the room, and we're going to have our Vice Principal, Amira Boone, join us, and Mrs. Finch Johnson. Congratulations to school number 27, and we are now moving to Juan Pablo Duarte, Jose Julian Martí, school number 28, and we begin by recognizing Tracy Saraday, our 6th through 8th grade social studies teacher. Tracy states that she's passionate about helping students learn about history and culture. Understanding our past and the diverse perspectives that shape our world is essential for developing empathy and critical thinking. I want my students to appreciate the richness of different cultures and learn valuable lessons from history. Tracy believes that creating a nurturing and supportive environment is equally as important, and she strives to ensure that students feel cared for and loved within the classroom and the school community. And next, I'd like to introduce Antonio Morales, our personal assistant. Antonio states that the influence of the family, the influence of social, cultural, and economic context, and the influence of life experience were the main factors that led him to enter the field of education. It's about being an educational leader. I encourage actions with my students, and I'm committed to hard work each and every day. Congratulations. Please, if you could step to the front of the rooms. And we'd like to, Mr. Donadio, our vice principal, will be joining us this evening. And Mr. Cortez. Exactly. Congratulations to school number 28. And now, Dr. Albert Einstein Academy School 29, the wonderful school that's hosted our event this evening. Dr. Danielle Dorta, our bilingual self-contained teacher. Congratulations. Danielle states that the most significant factor in becoming an educator was her parents. My mother was the epitome of a nurturer, always with a warm smile and a happy disposition. I learned the most valuable lessons from her. She showed me that kindness and empathy are free to give, but could be priceless to the recipient. Always supporting and encouraging me to try my best. My mother cultivated my love for school and was an ever-present source of motivation throughout my life. My passion for history is directly linked to my father, the smartest man I've ever known. While he was a reserved man of few words, hearing stories of his childhood in Cuba gave me a glimpse into the depth of his character. It was these instances which allowed me to see another facet of him and made me appreciate the past and the valuable lessons history can hold. I strive to continue to make them proud and share their legacy through my actions. Passing forward the belief in my students and building their self-confidence is what I consider to be my greatest contribution and accomplishment. And next, I'd like to introduce Christina Hydock, our personal assistant. Christina states that from a young age, she always knew she wanted to be in education, and it was because she loved working with students, seeing the world through their curious eyes, and guiding them as they discovered new ideas. Teaching allows me to nurture their growth, support their learning, and inspire them to reach their full potential. There's nothing more rewarding than witnessing a student's excitement when they finally grasp a concept they've struggled with, or seeing their confidence grow as they develop new skills. Congratulations to school number 29. I'd like to be able to invite our vice principal, Ms. Joya. Congratulations, School 29. And we now move to Chessie Dentley Roberts Academy, School number 30. And we begin with George Gann, our physical education and health teacher. George states that the factors that influenced him to choose his profession all started back in middle school, thanks to his physical education teacher. It was how he taught and instilled in all his students that it's important to have a healthy, active lifestyle. His teaching really broadened my horizons and made me want to become a physical educator. Another factor is that in this profession, I get to change lives and really make a difference in a student's life by teaching them to have a healthy, active lifestyle and the benefits from it. And next, we'd like to recognize Jasmine Lee Barnes, our school counselor. That is fantastic, pom-poms and all. I was inspired to become a teacher because I wanted to make a meaningful impact on students' lives, not just academically, but personally as well. Seeing the challenges my students faced inside and outside the classroom sparked my passion for providing deeper support. This led me to pursue school counseling, where I could focus on guiding students through their personal, social, and academic challenges, helping them build confidence, resilience, and a path toward success. Through targeted interventions and guidance, I help my students develop confidence, improve decision-making skills, and stay on track towards their goals. By equipping them with the necessary resources, I strive to empower my students to succeed both in and beyond the classroom. Congratulations, you both, please. We'd like to invite our principal, Ms. Arlene Campbell. What happened? Okay. Congratulations, school number 30. Don't worry, folks, we are halfway through our schools. And next, we introduce our Francis C. Smith Early Childhood Center, school number 50. And we begin with Angel Santiago, our pre-K teacher. I'm not sure if Angel is here this evening. Well, I'm going to share his story. Angel stated that the teachers that he grew up with in the Elizabeth Public Schools encouraged and inspired him to pursue education and give back to the community he had grown up in. They were there for him emotionally as well as academically, and he experienced firsthand the impact a great teacher could have on the lives of their students. Angel states that he wanted to be a part of that in some small way. And we'd also like to recognize Yenia Sotolongo, our Child Development Associate. I do not see Yenia. So Yenia states that she loves working with kids and enjoys assisting students in the learning process whenever they need her. Her classroom responsibilities that she enjoys most are supporting the teacher and the children from the moment they enter to the end of the day and helping with all of the activities throughout the day. We congratulate both Angel Santiago and Yenia Sotolongo from school number 50. And next, Donald Stewart Early Childhood Center, school number 51. And we're recognizing this evening Nicole Yulling, our pre-K teacher. Nicole states that there were many factors that influenced her to become a teacher. Teaching allows for creativity in planning, problem solving, and student engagement. A love for sharing knowledge and inspiring others was a key influence to her choice to become a teacher. Additionally, she has a strong desire to make a difference in students' lives, not just academically, but by also fostering their character and growth. Teaching allows her to become a mentor, a guide, and a source of encouragement, which brings her joy and a purpose for the future. Beautifully stated. And Christine Roque Jimenez, our learning disabilities teacher consultant. Excuse me. Oh. So Christine could not be here this evening. Thank you. And Christine stated that her passion for working with young children with disabilities stemmed from a deep belief in the power of early intervention. Witnessing firsthand the incredible progress children make when provided with appropriate support during those formative years ignited her desire to become a preschool disabilities teacher. For 10 years, she thrived in the role, creating experiences that celebrated each child's unique strengths and needs. And so we congratulate Christine as well. Nicole, please, you can make your way to the front of the room. And our principal, Ms. Jocelyn Rodriguez, could not be here this evening. Okay. And next we move on to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., school number 52. Kimberly Schmaltz-Berman, our art teacher. Kimberly states that she's always loved art and creating since she was very young. Some of her favorite school memories are creating art in her art classes from kindergarten all throughout high school. It was a time for me to relax and enjoy myself, and I always looked forward to it. I love working with young children, and I feel very fortunate to be able to combine working with them and teaching them art. And we'd also like to recognize Cindy Anapolsky, our Child Development Associate. Cindy shares that her first exposure to working with children began when she was a babysitter during her early teenage years. Later, she worked for the YMCA in the summer preschool program, and finally, her original major was in education. So after she graduated, she was lucky to have the opportunity to put into practice what she enjoyed doing, working with the young children at school number 52. Congratulations. Ladies, please, if you'd like to take a step to the front of the room. And we'd like to welcome our principal, Mrs. Gladys Castellanos, and Mr. Cortez. So I'd like to share a very brief, funny story. Yesterday, we had the honor of celebrating at our Union County breakfast of all of the valedictorians and salutatorians from across Union County. And the very last district that was presented was from Westfield. So the superintendent from Westfield proposed reversing the order, because remember, Elizabeth is shortly after Cranford and Clark, and we have 8 high school academies. So the proposal was to reverse the order so that Westfield could be first. So I have a feeling, as I'm looking at my high school principals, they may propose the same for next year for us to reverse the order. Mr. Panagopoulos, looks like you're in agreement. That's very sweet, very sweet. Thank you. So we begin with J. Christian Bulwich Finance Academy, and we begin with Jennifer Schiffel, our autism teacher. Jennifer states that teaching was not her original career choice. She states, "It chose me, and I'm thankful for it. My first career in advertising taught me that anything is possible through hard work, approaching problems with solutions, following through, being strategic. Invaluable lessons I still apply today. Although I learned a lot, it wasn't personally fulfilling. This epiphany influenced me to make a change in my life. Luckily for me, it was the perfect time to switch careers. There was a teacher shortage, and within the year, I was in the classroom. My favorite part about being an autism teacher is enabling my students to transition into the real world by helping them find their strengths, organizing, drawing, accept social norms. Who isn't approachable, conversation skills, becoming marketable, resumes, Microsoft software, developing the life skills, cooking, laundry, and develop a desire to explore and learn beyond personal technology devices. I love when my students say, "Thank you, Ms. Schiffel." When my first student said that to me in 2006, I was hooked. All these years later, the happiness I get hearing those words hasn't changed. Congratulations. And next, I'd like to welcome Marguerite Mucha, our school nurse. Marguerite states that there is a few factors and life experience that helped influence her on choosing nursing as a profession. One of the earliest experiences she had was with her maternal grandmother, who she affectionately called Mom. She told me stories when she was a young woman that nursing was not a respectable profession at the time and that her mother would not let her become a nurse at 18. My grandmother was born in 1900. She was a turn-of-the-century baby. I can remember my grandmother telling me stories of how her mother showed her how to care for the sick, injured, and dying. She talked about nursing techniques, such as how to make up a hospital bed with the hospital corners, and she showed me how. She discussed and showed me how to reduce the spread of germs with dressing changes. Then time went by and I was in high school. My older sister registered for nursing school. Nursing had changed over the years, and it was, and still, a very respectable profession of my time. I've always had the interest in nursing techniques and nursing theories. Now my interest renewed as I was excited to watch and learn my older sister was doing and learning in nursing school. Another influencer was that I enjoyed helping others. I enjoy running my own school nurse's office and working with the school staff. She feels part of a school team and makes a difference each and every day in the lives of students and staff. Congratulations to you both. Please. So I know that Mr. Burns could not join us this evening as the principal of Bulwich Finance Academy. Mrs. Finch Johnson and our board. Congratulations again to our J. Christian Bulwich Finance Academy. And next we have Johnny Dwyer Technology Academy. And we would like to recognize Nelson Jacinto, our ESL self-contained teacher. Nelson states that the reason or the decision to become a teacher was influenced by his personal experiences, his mentors, and a profound understanding of education's importance, inspiring him to become a compassionate, dedicated teacher. My path was guided by a desire to help others succeed and the belief that education shapes both academic and personal growth. As a ninth grade advisor, I've witnessed my students excel, developing confidence, joy, and a sense of belonging. Nelson states that a significant factor was the positive impact his educators had on him. As a student, there was a high school French teacher who consistently encouraged me, igniting a passion for learning. Volunteer positions in coaching and advising further reinforce my desire to teach, highlighting the impact of guiding students through challenges. And next, I'd like to introduce Elise Augustine, our learning disabilities teacher consultant. Thank you. Elise had to leave early this evening. Thank you. So Elise stated that growing up, she was fortunate to have many amazing teachers and coaches in the school who inspired her. She wanted to do the same for her students and provide a positive, lifelong memories for the next generation. She spent years in the classroom wanting to continue her career and support and help students succeed, just from a different lens. Seeing the potential in every student, regardless of their learning style, is what continues to motivate Elise. Congratulations to our Dwyer educators. Please, if you could stand up. Mrs. Solisnet Jimenez. Mr. Elliot Johnson, our vice principal, is here this evening representing Dwyer Academy. Next, I would like to introduce Thomas Edison Career and Technical Academy. Fantastic, fantastic. Our student representatives. Jennifer Blanco, our ESL teacher. Jennifer states that she would like to credit her father as a major influence on her journey to becoming a teacher. He was the one who took my brother and I to church, and he also served as our Sunday school teacher. During presentations, he would practice with us. I loved being the daughter of the teacher. I often found myself imitating him, setting up my dolls to recreate the lessons that he taught. I even gave my dolls stickers for good behavior, just like he did in class. As the years went by, I began tutoring classmates, and I felt a deep sense of fulfillment in helping others. Eventually, I began teaching Sunday school myself. By the time I started college, there was no question in Jennifer's mind that teaching was the path she wanted to follow. She's grateful to have been surrounded by teaching her whole life, and it's an honor to be able to teach others and have them learn and thrive. And we'd also like to recognize this evening Frank Riley, our school counselor. Frank shares that education was a career change for him. He wanted to make a difference in the lives of others. He states that once I began, I never looked back, totally enjoying working with students, encouraging and motivating them to be the best versions of themselves. Some students just need to know there's someone looking out for them. It can make all the difference. Let them know that they can accomplish anything. The sky is the limit. Congratulations, and please join us in the front of the room. I'd like to invite Mr. Danny Ortiz, principal, and Mr. Cortez, our board. Great. Congratulations to our Edison educators. And we move on to Elizabeth High School, Frank J. Ciccarelli Academy. Tammy Rochelle Jones, our English teacher. Tammy states that whenever I'm asked about the factors that have greatly influenced my choice to become an educator, I always contribute my overall success to my 6th grade language arts literacy teacher, Mrs. Tony Balknight. Mrs. Balknight was the epitome of what it looked like when one decided to venture into the field of education and breathe and live for the idea and the practice of giving to others through service, while simultaneously demonstrating that true education does not necessarily begin with or finally end with the heavy accumulation of the methodologies and the pedagogies that are generally learned in school. Mrs. Balknight fully understood that there was so much more to service far beyond the confinements of a book or a binder or a building. It resonated from within and throughout the absolute core of the heart. Her contagious passion for the love of literature, her unyielding sense of patience for the various levels of learners, her graceful presence and elegant demure when commanding a classroom of adolescents, and her unwavering concern for others were characteristics that I worked diligently to emulate for the past 25 years of teaching. I only wish she could have known the impact that she has left on me as both an educator and as a human being. Unbeknownst to her, I am her legacy, and so proud to be so. Hopefully one day a student will share the same sentiments about me. Beautiful, beautiful. I would also like to recognize Madeline Kelly, our school nurse. Madeline shares that being born and raised in Elizabeth and having the wonderful role model parents that she did were surely the greatest factors in deciding to pursue a nursing profession. Choosing a career of service in my own community as they did was not a conscious decision, but an obvious one. Ingrained in me was a tremendous work ethic and an overabundance of empathy and compassion. My work in the public school system affords me the opportunity to advocate for those who need it most and make a positive difference in their lives. Over the years, reaching out and effectively communicating with families, many times connecting them to available community resources, has directly impacted the success of many students in my school nursing career. Congratulations, please. I'd like to invite Mr. Harry Collada, our Vice Principal. Congratulations to Elizabeth High School. And we move on to Admiral William F. Halsey, Jr., Health and Public Safety Academy. Sean Shumbris, our special education teacher. There are several factors that influenced me to pursue a career. Oh, that's beautiful. From a very young age, Sean states that she knew she wanted to become a teacher. I can recall playing school with my friends and even my dolls in my classroom and pretending I was their teacher. I would spend hours preparing assignments for them and love grading their work. I also truly have a love for learning. I am naturally inquisitive and embrace new challenges and opportunities to learn. I strive to instill a love of learning in my students by always encouraging them to be curious and ask questions. One of the main factors that contributed to my career choice was my fourth grade teacher, Mrs. Martin. She was everything I strived to be as an educator: enthusiastic, fun, empathetic, and truly made each of us feel that we were important. All her students knew she cared about them. Mrs. Martin's approach to teaching encouraged me, an extremely shy student, to always participate and put forth my best effort. Her approach to teaching made me feel welcome and safe. Congratulations. And DeSanne Kimberly Brown, our social worker. So DeSanne was not able to join us this evening, but I wanted to share that she stated that growing up, she saw the impact that representation and emotional support can have on young children, especially students of color. She chose social work because she wanted to provide students with a safe place to process their feelings, navigate challenges, knowing they have someone in their corner. Her passion for advocacy, equity, and ensuring that students feel seen, heard, and empowered drove her to this career. She thrives on helping young recognize their potential and access opportunities that can change the trajectory of their lives. Congratulations. Please, if you'll join us in the front. And we'd ask Mr. Chris Van Fleet, please join us in the front of the room. And Mr. Cortez. Oh, yes. And we move, congratulations again to our Halsey Academy. And we move on to Alexander Hamilton Preparatory Academy. Nancy Zimmerman, our English teacher. Nancy shares that when she thinks about what influenced her to choose her profession, she thinks about the many educators she encountered in some way, large or small, that made a difference in her life. My fourth grade teacher, Mrs. Landolfi, at school number 14, who instilled in me a love of poetry when she showed us how to understand Walt Whitman's "Oh Captain, My Captain." In 8th grade at Hamilton, it was my English teacher, Mrs. Garelick, when she took our class to see Frank Langella in Dracula and began my love for the Broadway shows. High school brought so many others, Mr. Young, Mr. Meltzer, Mrs. Korn, Ms. Stock, and Mr. Sells. They all helped me realize that we really can be whatever we want, no matter what our background. From that time, I wanted to be a teacher, but life had other plans, and my path was altered. Years later, I became a Board of Education member in my own town and have always been a staunch supporter of our teachers and staff and the amazing things they do to create a positive learning environment for all. This reawakened my desire to do the same, and I returned to college to finish my teaching degree. Long story short, I wanted to provide the encouragement to achieve to my students the way my teachers did for me, and I strive to live up to my memory of them. Jessica Sofranco, school counselor. Jessica.
She's on a professional development.
Oh, so Ms. Sofranco could not join us. She's actually attending a professional development session this evening. So Jessica became a school counselor because she has a strong passion and empathy for students who need social and emotional support. Seeing students struggle made her realize how important it is for them to have someone to listen and guide them. Helping students through their challenges gave her a sense of purpose and fulfillment. She believes that every student deserves to feel safe, valued, and supported, and she wants to be there for them when they need encouragement. Being able to offer guidance and help students build confidence and resilience is what drives Jessica Sofranco as a school counselor. Congratulations on your achievement. Please, if you would join us in the front of the room. Mr. Mikros, principal. Fantastic. Congratulations, Hamilton Preparatory Academy. And we now move to Thomas Jefferson Arts Academy. Dina Harvey, math teacher. Dina states that her decision to become a teacher came from inspiring teachers during her early education years. My elementary and middle school education was obtained in Egypt. During that time, I was influenced by great teachers who shaped my childhood. As I moved to the United States during my high school years, I was inspired by teachers who not only shared their knowledge with me, but also nurtured curiosity and creativity. I wanted to inspire students as I was and make a positive difference in their lives. One of my greatest contributions has been creating a comfortable learning environment that fosters creativity and curiosity. My goal has been to create a respectful and academic environment that nurtures every student. And Kamal Patel, our school psychologist. Kamal states that her decision to become a school psychologist was driven by her interest in human behavior and passion to make positive impact on children's lives. During her undergraduate studies, she found herself drawn to both psychology and education. As a student teacher in an elementary setting, she was eager to help students navigate academic challenges. Kamal states that during this time I was introduced to the field of special education. This experience helped me develop an understanding of the importance of emotional support and behavioral interventions within an academic environment. I realized that many students face barriers that can hinder their success, and I wanted to be a part of the solution to help them thrive. The opportunity to work directly with students, collaborate with teachers and parents, and promote emotional resilience is what truly inspired me to follow this path. Congratulations to you both. Please step to the front of the room. And Dr. Mona Wanis, our principal, please join us. And Mrs. Finch-Johnson. And now, congratulations once again to Jefferson Arts Academy. And now, as we move on to our very last high school academy, the Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughn, and Mary Jackson STEM Academy, Grace Sariedo, our art teacher. Grace shared that she believes that all children are creative and can learn all disciplines through art. Students simply just need to find out what kind of art they're good at. Art should be an escape and an expression for students under stressful situations in and out of the classroom. The factors that influenced Grace to become an educator were having specific teachers in her life that encouraged pursuing art. As Grace states, those teachers were role models in times of difficult hardships, and in being so, I wanted to do the same for other children. In art education, I would be able to work on what I love, in addition to helping others achieve their artistic potential, to express themselves and help therapeutically through the creation of art. We'd also like to honor Curtis Elizer, our personal assistant. Curtis began working with the Elizabeth Public Schools in 2006 as a product of Elizabeth, who has had many roles through his journey. Curtis states he has a unique background that equips him to provide students with exceptional service, guidance, and encouragement. I was a student, former athlete, coach, paraprofessional, and now a job coach for the transitional program and mentor to my many students. My familiarity with my families within the Elizabeth community enables me to bridge the communication and trust of the school system and the students' families. My personal success of earning an athletic football scholarship, sending me to the West Coast after graduating high school, obtaining a bachelor's and master's degree in education, and returning to give back to the people of Elizabeth motivates students to strive to achieve their ambitions through hard work and the Elizabeth resilience. Congratulations to you both. Beautiful. Please, you'll stand in the front. Mr. Ted Panagopoulos, principal of the STEM Academy. Yes, ma'am. Oh, we have to move, so we have all this out of the way.
Let's give all our honorees a great big round of applause. To the second largest school district in the state of New Jersey, let's give that a big round of applause. You all make it look so easy. And it's not easy. It's far from easy, but you are all the very best. Congratulations to everybody this evening. And for our last recognition this evening, we want to honor our inspiring students who lead the way each and every day, the voice of our student representatives to the Board of Education. Let's all give them a big round of applause. Please welcome from Alexander Hamilton Preparatory Academy, Miss Maya Sophia Matos. From John E. Dwyer Technology, Jocelyn Jaramillo. From Halsey, William F. Halsey Public Safety Academy, Christ Julian Alterio Villard. From Thomas Jefferson Arts Academy, Maritza Billard. From Thomas A. Edison Career Technical Academy, Jasmine Cruz. From Elizabeth High School, Frank J. Sicarel, Emily Madai Herrera. From JV Gym STEM Academy, Jesse D. Chavez. And from J. Christian Bowers Finance Academy, Josiah Yvonne Holly. Let's give them all a big round of applause as we present them all with a resolution from the board. If the board members can come up and take a beautiful picture with them, and if we can have our principals join us.
Yes, we have closing.
On everybody's tables, there's these beautiful gift bags. Please make sure you get your gift bags. This concludes our evening of performance. I'd like to thank the schools who provided wonderful performances this evening, our teachers, our educational service professionals of the year, who do extraordinary work on a daily basis. And to all of you, all the family and friends who came to support, thank you, thank you, thank you. We can't thank you enough. God bless you all, and we'll see you all very soon. Have a great evening, everyone.